Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate, Uncut and After Show. I'm your host Nathan Oakley, and if you're new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon and join button if you'd like to become a Nathan Oakley 1980 channel member and keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you'd like to support the channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they premiere. There's also PayPal, Patreon and crypto link in the info box below the video. Speaking of Patreon, I'm going to do a quick shout out to all of you who do support me on Patreon. So a massive shout out of appreciation to Abraham Mohammed, Adrian Quintana, Alistair Main, Billy Highvolt, Burn Factor, My Stomach is as Flat as the Earth, Chow Young Cat, Dank, Dave Rakia Gafford, David Wayne Foster, Edwin Johnson, Owen Jennisons, F.E. Diplomat, Felix Hung, Fireball X, God Rockin', Henrik86, Jeranism, Joshua Balsimo, Kirsten Smith, Liam Nedrick, Life is Short, Matt, Missouri Bear, Nagara, Nathan Thompson, Naibai, Qatar Craig, Rene, Sally Ballis, Silver Umbrella, Skeptic 936, Texas Mike, the Flat Earth Sun, Moon and Zodiac Clock app, theflatearthchannel.com, The Real Gabster, Tina Baker, Tom Herkins and Windrider. So a massive shout out appreciation for all of you who have supported me on Patreon. Now we are currently in the interim stages between two live debates, so I'm going to raise the mic on hopefully both of them and we can enjoy their dulcet tones while I set up for the next live show on my secondary channel, which is Nathan Oakley. So I'm sure there's a link below this video if you do want to go and subscribe to my second channel for majoritively uncut and after shows and debates also.
And we'll lose the point that we're talking about.
You just don't understand.
Yeah, just chill out until the show starts again.
Quote the Grumpus, you don't understand.
Well, welcome to the show.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Oh, there we are. Hey, now did we get that squared away since we got interrupted halfway through? Tony, did you get with Adam? You squared away?
Adam said he can't do it at the minute. He's not there at home. But he said you should have a copy of it if you know where it is.
If you send him the Indian
just the
copy,
original. I already gave you the copy. It's just the. Oh my god! All right,
I've got the long file. You want me to add the crunch too, but I don't have the crunch.
All right, I'll just send you the original. How about that? Would that be okay?
Well, you can take it out of it. Either that, or I can do it when I get in. But I haven't got my computer at the moment. I'm just a phone.
So, who's going to do it? Are you going to pull it out and send it to Tony, or am I just going to send him the entire original?
If you can do it now, then it's do that. And then if Tony's got a problem, he can text me later when I get in from work and I can sort it.
Fair enough. I'll do that. It's coming at you, Tony. Give me a minute.
We got Grumpy John today, or do we have the normal John?
Daddy's
No, I'm good.
Nathan said you had a phone. Nathan said you had a phone.
I'm never grumpy.
You are?
And courteous.
Who the fuck called me grumpy?
Fucking hell, who put 10p in you?
Grr.
Has someone had the breakfast
You're
this
chopping.
morning?
You guys are chopping, by the way. Can you reboot Discord?
Yep. Will I get back in though?
You should be able to get back in.
Right, I'm going to get back to work, John. John, but just say I enjoyed the Blast from the Past last night, like you replayed. It was a while ago. Enjoyed that again.
Did you catch that, QE?
Yes, I caught that. Yeah. Did you enjoy that, Adam?
It's very rare to listen back to one of my own shows, you know what I mean? But it was that was good, that. I'm not copyright strike you.
Yeah, I like the show.
I'll not copyright strike you.
Yeah, you're not Arwen.
Yeah.
What does that mean? You're not Arwen.
What?
What?
Arwen.
What?
He tried to copyright strike me for the Triggered Earther of the Year award.
No, I just threatened you with it.
Hey, Nathan, by the way, you know when I timed Ranty out this morning? Before?
Yesterday, yeah.
You know what his punishment is? He's fucking blocked me on the other channel the night.
Like, right, I don't want this to start. Please, can you undo
No, it
that,
won't do,
please?
it won't do.
Right, you know what? You know where this will end. I'll have to take the toys off you.
I know.
Well, that's not funny because Sleeping Warrior's got a pussy pass because he's got a moderator on both channels.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he is.
No, he's only a moderator on one channel.
He's moderator on the Nathan Oakley as well.
I don't think he is.
And the 1980.
No, he's not. He's not.
No, nobody is. Nobody's moderator in 9080.
Yeah, Sleeping Warrior is.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that was only because I was getting attacked by somebody at the time, and he gave me a mod so that I could.
No, that wasn't why I gave you a moderation. Actually, it was merely because you asked.
I've never asked you for a mod.
Groveler.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, just
Never asked for a mod.
You did, and I've got screen caps to prove it.
Go on
No, I
then, let's
haven't
see
really.
it.
I haven't really, but you did ask.
No, I never.
Yes, you
I
did.
remember asking you for a mod.
Oh, okay, fine.
I
You didn't.
deliberately
I just randomly decided to give you a wrench for no reason.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 'Cause I deliberately didn't ask because I thought if he wanted me to have one, he would have just gifted one without me having to ask.
Oh, I see. So it was a. Did you make it out that was the point at the time then? Sort of like blackmailing him.
I can't
I don't know,
remember.
I'm not-
Right, I bet if I had a screenshot, right, there would be easily a way that Anthony's words could be interpreted in the way that he is now interpreting them. Let's put it that way.
So it was emotional blackmail, Nathan. That's what it was.
I can't even remember the circumstances, but I do remember him specifically saying, well, it might have been phrased like, well, why haven't I got a wrench or something like that. That's not saying, can I have one?
Oh, hang on a minute. Is it because I asked why Ranty had a wrench on 1980 and you said it was on the Nathan Oakley channel?
That's correct. That sounds about
That's not
right.
me asking for a wrench, though, is it? That's asking why Ranty's got
Told
one
you.
and I've not got one.
Told you. Called it. Called it.
Yeah, but that's not asking for one. I'm just saying, why is Ranty getting special treatment? That's not fair. Now I'm blocked.
Let's just unblock him. Don't be silly.
Ranty, you're an evil person.
Or maybe
Yeah.
I just told you were blocked so that you'd fret about it for the next few hours.
You're both very good moderators.
I let most things go. I very rarely get involved in it because unless it's somebody that's on a sock account pretending to be somebody else, I think that's wrong.
I think it's hard to mod your channel, Nathan, because I spend most of the time just letting stuff go that's got the odd swear word in it. Because you're the most liberal channel I've ever, you know what I mean? So we've had to loosen up swear words. But I think unless there's the odd bit about your kids or anything like that, I very rarely would attack your channel because it's, you know what I mean, take anybody out of yours. I'm a lot, I do it in Arwen's a lot harsher, but unless there's really obscene stuff in yours has always been the most colourful chat. And so I spend more time showing stuff that's got the odd F word or whatever in it that's held it up.
Yeah, like in the last live show, so you had Sean Hawkins saying refraction accounts for this, you moron, and that went to, you know, moderation. It's like, well, okay, yeah, he's put an insult on it, but it doesn't mean it should be blocked. Even if it was you fucking moron, I'd still approve it because he's putting out the argument, right? At least he's attempting to. He's saying refraction. Now we're saying no, they've got a geometric edge that things are bending around. It's not the edge that's being loomed here. That's the point of the argument.
Hey, speaking of blocking, I got most of the ball busters in here. I put out a request for a short bio from each of you guys. And
Yeah, I did. I
been
gave
a
it
number
you.
of times I've done that.
Excuse me. I did give it you.
I need a little bit more than
A
that
short
one. I love
bio?
it, but I need just a little bit more. So if
what
I
you're
don't
saying
get
is-
that bio from
Let
you
me get
guys,
straight.
Short
Hold on.
bio.
Hold
Fill
on.
in the
Number one,
bio
you've accused
for
us
you.
of not giving it to you. Number two, what you're saying is it's too short.
yeah, it's too short.
That was an excellent bio. It summed up me beautifully. I worked very hard on that.
Okay, tell everyone what you sent me for your bio.
Said Nathan is ace! Exclamation mark.
That is awesome.
I'm not one for plagiarism, but that sounds like it would do me.
See, people already want to steal my bio.
So you ball busters, give that to me within the next couple days, please. Thank you.
So when it
Hey,
says I need a small
Nathan.
bio,
What is short? Is short like 10 sentences, half a page, 5 pages?
I'm first.
I've
I don't
already
think
sent
I
my
would
bio.
understand the concept of short.
John has my bio. I've just sent it him now.
Does it say Ranty is ace?
No, it doesn't
Oh.
say Ranty's ace. It says, I'm RFE and I spend all my time being far acer than QE and Nathan combined. Thanks.
Okay.
Actually, I think Acer does compute.
Oh, 10th. That is good. I'll give you that.
You've got these little clips on you.
Well, that was quite a good one and quick. Yeah, that was worthy of a groan.
Hey, Nathan.
Hey.
Are we back on the show?
We'll be live in about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
Okay. If you want to wait till the show's back on, because like none of us really heard what you were talking about. I was wondering if you could kind of just re-elucidate your points about the light and the physical horizon and all that. If you want to wait, that's fine. But I just wanted to wrap my head around it because I was starting to make sense of it, and then he just kept interrupting, and I was like, "God damn it! I know it was right around the corner." So I was just asking.
Yeah.
Basically, you can't refract the horizon. These people don't know what refraction is, for one. But when you get right down to it, there is no refracted horizon. It's fucking misnomer. It's like married bachelors. It's worse than that.
I couldn't say it more concisely than QE's just said it. You said it. You can't refract the horizon. That's why they have to segue onto the cranes and talk about how the light's bending on the cranes, ignoring the fact that you've got a giant elephant behind those cranes, which is supposed to be a geometric, physical, measurable edge of a sphere, obstructing stuff in the distance. Well, what the stuff in the distance does with refraction is irrelevant to the physical geometric edge they think they've got, and haven't, as demonstrated in that picture. Can you get
Hello,
the picture
everybody.
sorry, Ranty, can you get the picture up again?
One sec.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said something about this too. I was like, so they're saying that the ground is also loop or up oil rigs.
No, that's not looming. That's the problem.
The oil rigs are floating though, aren't they? The floatable ones.
I've got to be honest. I'm going to start the live show now, so just so you know, you're going to go quiet for a minute.
Okay.
Nathan, just before you do, just very quickly, I tried to join as a member the other day and through using PayPal, and it wasn't allowing me. Just in case there might be other people doing the same, there might be a problem there. Just said I'd let you know.
I only half heard that because my kid's making a lot of noise, but it sounds like an admin thing. I'll sort it out with you after the live show.
Oh, it's okay.
But yeah, thank you for letting me know. Let me know after.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate Live. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you're new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you'd like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they are live. There's also a PayPal, Patreon, and crypto link in the info box below the video. Most importantly, if you'd like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the nature of Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please also share the show on social media. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel, so please share the show. Now, we are joined by Adam Meakin, Sleeping Warrior, Righteous Force, Ranty Flat Earth, Paul Hall, Chocolate Saiyan. I can't see the other two because they're tucked behind. I think it's Chocolate Saiyan and is it Jason? Who else we got? Hello?
Brian.
Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're
I
also
actually got a notification.
well, hey, from my second channel.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Instantly.
So hello to everyone in the audience joining us on the second channel live. Good to have you. If you're watching this on Nathan Oakley 1980, subscribe to the second channel. All that garbage. Right, let's do some housekeeping. Any signs of a physical, measurable, geometric edge of a sphere world?
No.
You mean like for boats to go over?
That's the one.
No, there's not.
Any evidence of Earth curvature?
Not from Platform Hill House.
Not from the beach that's viewing Platform Hill House.
That was better that time, Chocolate.
Well, aren't these technically both kind of the same questions from a different angle? Couldn't you just fuse them? Any signs of Earth curvature or the leading geometrical edge of a sphere? Because they're kind of the same thing, aren't they?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, what's the big difference?
One is claimed to be a physical geometric obstruction, the edge, obscuring things in the distance. The other would be the Earth physically curving in any way, shape or form that can be demonstrated to me satisfactorily. They're two different things. One's talking about the horizon, the other could be talking about, I don't know, if someone was to say that this mountain in the picture now is the curve of the Earth because it's got a curve in it, then I'd say, there you go, that's evidence of Earth curve, and we'd debunk it. But the physical claim to be geometric obstruction, edge of a sphere world, that's something separate. Yeah, I mean, they're all wrapped around the concept of heliocentricity, so you could say, well, all of these questions are the same by that standard.
I don't know. Whenever we would ask for Earth curvature proof, then any ballers that wouldn't be very informed might typically go to boats going over the horizon as a leading edge of a sphere. So, I don't know. They just seem so very similar to me. But it's fine.
Well, one is talking about curvature. The other one is actually talking about a physical edge.
Right. Which would be the presumed curve. So.
But it ain't curving. When you look at this picture, if someone claimed that the line on screen was the edge of the Earth, well, there's no curve to it. They're saying that the fact that it's curving away from us causes an obstruction because we've got this physical edge, geometrically measurable. Now, that geometric edge can't loom. Just to make that clear. Should we move on?
They imagine it, though. That's how the imagination game works. They imagine that to be the leading edge of a sphere, and the rest is all just looming. Which can't work that way, but they still imagine it to be that way. But, yeah.
Well, they can go to any theater, and when the curtain is up, you can't see the stage or the actors. They have to take the curtain away before you see the full stage and the actors. It's very similar to that.
Anyway, no proof of either, so.
Do you have something to add? Is it Mazar 1985?
Can I add ago. Can I offer up a proof of geometric proof that the water level is horizontal?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
Go on.
Nathan. Did you say something there, mate?
Said yeah. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I think I had my the voice activated when I shouldn't have. Really sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. No, go ahead. Horizontal.
That was Bev. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Well, to give the premise that we're working on Euclidean geometry, and that a vertical, perpendicular to a vertical, is a horizontal within geometry. It's a standard setting. I would give you that a water level is a tool that establishes a horizontal plane or line, and a plumb bob is a vertical that establishes a vertical in real life. So imagine yourself a canal above a mile. Doesn't really matter. Put people on either end and in the middle, and get them all to drop plumb bobs towards the water surface. Now, the plumb bobs will be vertical and the water level will be horizontal. The only way that could occur geometrically is on a straight line. So the water level, I mean, it sounds simple because it's a fact. Everybody knows it anyway. But that's why the water level is a tool for establishing a horizontal, because it fits geometrically. Now, you can have a go with the other geometry that the other guys have a play with. I mean, if they can do the same with their geometry, then I mean, fine. But that's what I'd say. A Euclidean geometry proof that the water level is horizontal.
Perfect.
You can
Thank
go
you very
into
much.
it more, but
Perfect. So, speaking of their geometry, any evidence of the R value?
No.
No? Any evidence of a self-perpetuating molten iron core at the centre of that presupposed spherical Earth?
No, just in cartoon images.
I think in the last show, Rumpus said something about centrifugal acceleration, which would be, if I'm wrong, it would be either pre-assuming rotation or radius or both. So Rumpus might have something.
Any evidence of axial rotation? Didn't give him a disclaimer. Didn't even get a joke out of Ranty. He's too busy in the chat, abusing his moderation skills, probably.
No axial rotation.
Right,
Go
on, Brian.
I'm just saying the EQ mount telescope's polar alignment completely disproves all movement of any kind of the Earth it's sitting on, as it can't be moved even a millimeter in any direction, or it will lose its alignment. So any movement of it it dispels any movement of it at all, it loses its alignment. So it has to stay exactly where it is. So the Earth cannot be moving. As
Also,
one status. Go on, man.
No. You finish.
Yeah, just once that is aligned, people can leave it there and leave it there for a couple of months. Once it's leave it there aligned, and it'll stay aligned all the time. Will never lose its alignment. Once there's no force or acts on it, or anyone messes with it or moves it in any way, it'll stay aligned all the time. Move it millimeter though, it loses its alignment. Impossible to happen on a moving surface.
And to add to that, as said in the past by myself as well as many others, impossible to have star trail photography show the concentric circles if the Earth is also moving. And then you add all the other elements to that, because you would have to have a sideways streak if the Earth is moving in that picture, not just the stars and luminaries moving above you. So not one movement there can allow for a star trail picture to be the way we see it.
Speaking of star trails, any single viable hypothesis from any of the fields of astronomy, cosmology, or astrophysics?
No, Dr. Becky still hasn't responded. If you guys are subscribed to her like I am, I've put some challenges there about that, and maybe go there and put a thumbs up and re-ask the question in your way. Do it politely, and let's see if she might answer it finally.
Any evidence we can have gas pressure without a container?
Oh.
I think that's it. I think we've covered all the housekeeping questions.
What about distance to the sun?
Any evidence of the distance to the sun?
No.
Why'd you ask?
Oh, me?
Oh, it's just a joke.
Me, Nathan.
Just joking.
No.
That concludes housekeeping. So, just a quick plug for Quantum Eraser on Tuesday of this week. So that would be Tuesday the... What would it be? The 20th? No, 21st? January? He's looking it up on a calendar, hopefully. Anyway, Tuesday coming on Quantum Eraser channel, he's going to break apart the Black Swan argument. So be here or be sphere, 7 PM UK time, 1 PM Central Standard, Quantum Eraser YouTube channel.
Yes, it's the collector's edition.
Did you manage to dig out the picture, Ranty? Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. 1 second.
So, as I think it's going to be beneficial to the audience, Quantum Eraser, you had some criticism of the discussion Ranty and Anthony had with Rumpus yesterday.
Oh, nice segue. Nice burn there, Nath. Nice.
It wasn't a burn. I said it would be beneficial to the audience. I've already peppered exactly what you're going to get. I've diluted it for you, personally, as much as I humanly could before he got here.
Yeah, I just got breakfast, man. I'll get to Rantony after breakfast, if you don't mind.
Oh, dear.
Ranthony. Quick.
I might say something about that photo, Nathan. Sorry, unless QA is saying something.
Need to give Sleeping Warrior Q. Operation Gimp. Go. Right, thank you, Ranty. I've got you up.
Yeah. Well, you wanted this image, didn't you?
Yeah, just as we're talking about it, you know, this is the death knell of the globe, and I want it to be on screen if we're discussing it. Now, hopefully when Q comes back from his food... Yeah, you want some more jelly? Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
So yeah, I have a question. What would happen if these were floating platforms?
We're talking about the horizon.
I told Jose to get some nautical engineers out here. We want to know the difference between the wall colors of the latrines between Habitat and Hill House.
Why? Right, we just focus on the horizon, because that's the bit that destroys their globe belief.
Well, my answer to that, even if they came up with it was floating, which they're not, by the way, but if it was, then there's a distance of 3 miles between these two platforms, and yet we see water between these two platforms, and the horizon should be just 1.22 miles away. So how can we have 3 miles of platform distance, even if they were floating, which they're not?
What's happening there at the moment is Rumpus is leading the charge to add as much confusion to the situation as possible by trying to add in as much magic effects as possible to create some kind of a crazy once in a lifetime observation. But they need to answer. There's only one question that any of them really should get, and there's only one question they should answer, and that is, where is the hard horizon in this photograph that should be there if we're on a globe? And if they can't answer that, then they don't have anything. There's no point in talking about looming and all the rest of it. So that all happens after an horizon. They have to come up with a hard horizon. If they can't come up with that, then they don't have an argument. End story.
Spot on. Just a minor rephrasing, if you don't mind, Brian. Rather than hard horizon, physical sphere edge.
Yep, that's better again. Yep.
Well, he said it himself on Ranty's show yesterday. It's not the sphericity of the Earth, so it's got to be wrong.
Desperate
I
times.
mean, sorry, Randy.
No, I'm just saying it's desperate times for the globers right now.
And I even think if they argue refraction, this image, Ranty, that you got up, if you was just put in perspective lines, it would pretty line up pretty close. Refraction has the magical power to make everything line up in perspective, it would seem, if their argument is correct, right?
No, because they've got a physical geometric edge.
Well, right, I know, I agree with that, but I'm just saying as if they're saying refraction is what's bringing this up, where you can see it, but it lines up.
Wait a
too well
second,
with
refraction.
Well, I know that's
Wait a
their
second,
argument.
hold
That's what I've
on.
been
You
hearing.
said somebody's got their mic open. All right, you said refraction, right?
That's what I've
Define
been
refraction and list their effects for us, please. While I enjoy my breakfast.
Mirages, sinking, looming, stretching. I've forgotten the other one.
Towering, stooping.
Towering and stooping. There we go.
Okay, can we define each of those?
Well, I can summarize that they're all with respect to the horizon.
John's just
I don't like summaries. I want details. I want definitions for each specifically. And then we're going to take a look at whether the horizon's refracting or not, okay? Let's do it that way.
Stop stalling, John, and get on with it.
I'm not stalling, I'm eating.
Time wasting. Time wasting.
More jelly.
Sorry, QE.
Oh, it's fine. You can interrupt him now. He's had his breakfast.
I was going to say, yeah, they would have to say, okay, which one of these the phenomena that they're saying refraction is occurring, and then walk us through each detail or causing that, right? Is that what would have to happen?
Yes, do it.
Is there any way to get the... Sorry.
Hold on, Brian. Go on, Paul.
Oh, I'm not making the argument. That's just what I've heard, but nobody's broken it down step by step how that's occurring and which one of the refraction effects is causing this.
And they can't, and they won't, because it isn't.
Well, have Nathan assign each one of those terms to one of the panel members to go look up the definition, present the definition in relation to the horizon. Let's see. Let's see it for ourselves. Even in their fairy tale definitions, which are wrong, by the way, but we're using their story. We're going to stay within their story and see if it makes sense even within their story. How about that?
Sounds good.
Is it possible that these platforms have created a sink and all the water's being sucked out?
No.
That's why. No.
That's ridiculous.
Well, they're digging holes. There could be a plug underneath there. That's where all the water's gone.
Is there, what I was going to say earlier, is there any way to find out what day or date, sorry, that this photograph was taken, the exact location and date? We could find out all atmospheric effects possible on that day. Then.
Don't need to. Don't need to. We already got all the pedigree information. Am I going to have to go and do these refraction definitions by myself? It seems that way, right? What is so hard
I'll get
about
one.
this?
I'll get one. I posted. I'll go for mirages. Okay, and I'll post it to Master B.
Well, as you've been kind enough to nominate yourself first, Ranty earlier on, on technically yesterday's show if you're watching on Nathan Oakley 1980, but on the earlier show, for those of you watching live, Ranty detailed sinking. So, Ranty, would that be something that you'd be prepared to go out and dig out a very specific definition for sinking?
Yeah, hang on. Let me just something up. Actually, give me 1 minute.
Did I just
I
hear
can get
Huey
I can
ask
get
me to
stooping.
prove the baller's claim?
Hold on, we've got another nominee. Fenris says you can get stooping, a definition for stooping. What about...
I got stooping.
So, Brian's got
Do you want me to say
mirages.
it?
Who wants looming?
I'll take glooming. I'm almost done eating.
You'll have looming. And what I can never remember the other two.
Towering.
Mirages.
Towering and stooping. Who wants to look up the atmospheric effects of
I got
towering and
stooping.
stooping? Need different nominations. Anybody around
Yeah,
the
I already
panel?
have the stooping.
Oh, we've already got stooping. Towering. Who wants towering? Nobody. Keen as ever.
Yep.
Owen,
I'll have to
gonna
look it up.
Definition of towering. Perfect.
I'll
Let
work
me
on
look
it.
it
Give me a
up.
minute.
Who's got mirages?
Brian.
I'll take mirages. How about that? Since
Yeah, you've already got
do I have
looming.
looming?
Like, you can't change.
Okay. Somebody needs mirages.
Brian's got mirages. So, how are we getting on? Fenris, Ranty, QE, Brian.
All right. Now, are we going to post these definitions and citations in Master B so you can present them?
You can share my screen, Nate.
Yeah, we'll start with Ranty. He was the first off the... No, well, Brian was first off the blocks, but go ahead.
Okay, so this is from Gleam, and it's funny actually. He put this out after I'd done the presentation to you guys on the pre-show from the last show, probably about 2.5 hours ago now, whatever. Anyway, this is pretty much identical what I was trying to show you. So in a non-homogeneous atmosphere whose index of refraction decreases with height, rays of sufficiently small initial elevation angle are refracted downwards with a curvature proportional to the rate of decrease of the index of refraction with height. If the radius of curvature is less than the radius of the Earth, forget that bit. Obviously, they're presupposing an Earth here, but if it's less than the radius of the Earth, such rays reach a maximum height and are confined or trapped between this height and the Earth's surface. In other words, they don't get to the observer. This process is referred to as trapping, and the region of the atmosphere within which it occurs is called a duct, because the analogy of a waveguide propagation. And let me just bring up that image that I was showing you this morning, which was this. So this is exactly what I was showing you this morning. And these are the light rays that don't reach the observer. So the observer would be over here. The bottom of these, the green part, the grey part, the light doesn't quite reach the observer because it's being refracted downwards. And you would get this sinking effect. So I've sort of like diagrammed that out there, and I'll pull this down. And this is what you would see, because the green ray wouldn't reach you. The grey ray wouldn't reach you either. In fact, the only thing that the observer would see firstly would be the yellow rays, which would be halfway up the building or the target you're trying to see. So that's an example of of this effect. So there you
Okay,
go. Sinking.
that's great. I was hoping you'd specifically define it though.
Sinking. The opposite of looming.
Not you. I mean, cite it as well. So just like type it into a search engine. But in the meantime,
I've got it up ready. He's
okay.
actually cited it. So it's from M. Katzin, R.W. Borschman, and W. Binion. 3 and 9 centimeter propagation in low ocean ducks. Proceedings of the Institute of Radio Engineers with these numbers. And there's the link to it, which is in .education link.
Okay. Let me go ahead and define sinking from the Physics of the Air. Sinking is the opposite of looming. In sinking, stationary objects that are normally seen above the horizon appear to be lowered or may even disappear below the horizon. So can you please put up, hold on 1 second, Nathan. I'll get you the Black Swan. I want you to have this up when we're going through these definitions. I think it'll make it a lot better. How about that?
Sure. Brian's brought up a definition for mirage. Let's just see, have a look. I've got it on screen now, Brian.
Just hold on. Just hold on 1 second.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I've got towering and stooping. I've got those two.
Yeah, towering and stooping should be right side by side with each other. There you go, Nathan. Put that up on screen.
Where is it in Master B?
Yes.
Right. So towering is the same.
It's the picture.
Like
Okay.
looming, but it stretches the image up.
Yeah, I've got that on screen.
Okay. Our argument is that the horizon is behind both platforms. The platform habitat, which is the furthest one, is 9.41 miles away. So the horizon is well past that. At that observer height, it should only be 1 to 3 miles away. Okay? Their response is refraction. In refraction, there are 5 effects. They are mirages, looming, towering, stooping, sinking. So, mirages. Has somebody got the definition for mirage, please?
Yeah, so Brian brought it up. Do you want to? If I put it, I'll put it on screen.
Yeah. Do you want me to read it out, Nathan?
Yes, please.
It's the first one I sent you, yeah? Not the Wikipedia.
I think the one I've got up is Wikipedia. Do you want the other one?
The other one is a bit better. The Wikipedia looks like it's been changed around a bit. I just sent two because I wanted to go with the most concise one. I didn't know if you were going to read it yourself or look it over first.
Just let me make it. Let me make it quick. Let me make it quick.
I've got it up now. Hold on.
Let's go with Andrew Thomas Young from San Diego State University. He's defined all these, and he's the subject matter expert in the area. So mirages show an extra image or images of the mirage object. So my question is there an extra horizon being miraged in this picture?
Extra horizon? No.
Yes. Is there extra images or images of the mirage object, which has to be the horizon because that's my fucking argument?
No.
So I say again, is there an extra horizon or horizons in this photo?
No.
No.
There's only one horizon.
So mirage is off the table. One down. So let's move to towering or stooping. From Andrew Thomas Young, towering and stooping change the apparent shape of the object itself. With towering, objects appear stretched. With stooping, objects appear to be shortened. Is the horizon in my photo here stretch or shortened?
No,
Nope, looks pretty much to scale.
The line.
So it's non sequitur, right?
Yeah, non sequitur.
All right. The next one is sinking. This is from William Humphreys, The Physics of the Air. Sinking is the opposite of looming. In sinking, stationary objects that are normally seen above the horizon appear to be lowered or may even disappear below the horizon. So, in my photo here, is the horizon lowered or disappeared below the horizon?
That's double speak nonsense. That's what I've tried to focus on. You can't have something that's obstructing being the obstruction or being loom beyond itself. That's just double speak nonsense.
What? The horizon cannot be hidden behind the horizon?
Right.
Why not?
So,
exactly.
So, we have one more left. We have looming from Andrew Thomas Young. The appearance above the horizon of a distant object that would normally be hidden below it. In my photo, is the horizon appearing above the horizon?
That's nonsense also.
No.
You
absolutely
friggin'
not.
pretender clown baltards with the bagak refraction don't know what you're even talking about. You don't even know what refraction is. You just say refraction. But when we actually define the terms, even in your fairy tale, which those are wrong, by the way, but we're not going there. I'll go there Tuesday. But even in your fairy tale worldview, you're a moron. Okay? Thanks.
Kiwi, could you post those that you read out there, the whole lot of them, into Master B so we can all have them, because they are the most succinct definitions.
How much cash you got?
I got 20.
I'll pay you in a few weeks' time.
And I did a little, I just ran into this by accident. Andrew Thomas Young from San Diego State University, Mick West's #1 squeeze. Guess what department he works in?
Which one?
Department of Love.
The astronomy department at San Diego State University. So, Andrew, Booby, can you please post one viable scientific hypothesis in the entire history of astronomy for us, Mr. Scientist? Prosecution rests. Now, let's talk about refraction of the friggin' cranes on the oil rigs, Rantony.
Seems just a bit blurred up. Not any persistent type of bending. So it looks mostly like as is.
I was kind of being facetious. If you didn't
Oh,
catch it.
right. Man, I thought you had lunch or breakfast. Never
I
mind.
did, but I haven't had my coffee yet. It's coming.
Oh. Okay.
Are there any questions?
Why can't the horizon be visible above the horizon when presumed to be a ball sphere edge? Sorry.
Because it's nonsense, that's why. Shout out to JQ. He says QE twisted the platform horizon / Hill House shiv. Okay, thank you for the super chat.
So the womb won't close.
You know what? You know what would be really cool? Do you see that buoy in between the platforms? I wonder how high that is above sea level.
Is it a buoy? Where's the boat?
Yeah, it's a buoy. Yeah, it's not a friggin' boat. What? Is it one of Ranty's boats? One of Ranty's play boats from that
Or maybe
other
just
girl's video?
a boat to check out for damages or all that, to take a look around the rig, you know? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Are you out of your mind?
What
did
Hello?
somebody put the
Hello?
boat in a dryer on
Hello?
high?
I'm sure you had a point, QE. So, about the boy.
Yeah. I wonder how high that buoy is above sea level right there, because we can plainly see it. interesting. It's a sidebar, but I'd be interested.
What kind of buoy is that? That's not like a buoy I've ever seen.
Could be a boat.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Not a friggin' boat.
I'm joking. Chill.
It's a glitch in the matrix. It's obvious.
I'm just saying, look at the scale of it next to the rig. It seems like it could be a two-person boat. Just to take a look. Whatever.
I agree with
Out
that.
of your
Chet.
mind?
I agree.
Yeah, it could be a boat from one to the other.
Or a what is it? What you said?
A two-person boat? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like a little rowboat.
Looks like a 16-footer.
Unbelievable.
Maybe with a motor
you got
on it.
You got serious problems with your eyes and scale. Let me tell you something. If you think that's a boat, you need to be institutionalized.
Like a little speedboat to go around.
It's a
little
taxi service between the two
A little
buoys.
speedboat. Yep. About 2 foot long and 2 foot high, right?
What? Compare it to the size of the rig. Okay, that's not 2 foot
my
high and 2 foot long. It's more like 2 to 3 meters.
Oh my
John, that's a boat, mate. That is a
Height
boat.
of it. Compare
It's not
it.
Yeah.
Regardless,
Guys, hello. Is it not enough that the globetards want to go off on some crappy little segue side topic that's totally unimportant? Now, I appreciate that, given that that's right on the deck, it's interesting folly, but who cares? Like, seriously, who cares?
Yeah, but it is a boat. It's not a buoy.
Yes.
But who cares?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so the bit that's inconsequential,
How much
you
you
want
wanna
to
bet?
immediately reiterate. So whether it's a boat or a buoy, oh my god.
How much does Ranty want to bet that it's a buoy and not a boat? How much?
Who
How much you willing to go
cares?
for?
Who cares? My god.
Have you triangulated it on the Google, Ranty? Is there a
How much you
buoy
want to
there?
go for, Ranty? It's just a simple question. How much does he want to go for?
It's not a buoy, John.
How much?
Not a
Yeah,
buoy,
okay.
John.
If this is going to be a bet, right, I'm tired of bets that never result in anyone paying anyone. Right, so you up for this, Ranty?
Yeah, but it's not a buoy.
Okay.
And I don't want to take his money.
Well, I'll arbitrarily assign a $2 super chat between, i.e., if one of you loses, you've got to super chat the other one. How about that? $2.
Well, I'm always super chatting John anyway. He never super chats me.
Yeah, but you've got a super chat. I lost. Yeah, well, he might be giving you. He might be giving you $2 if you win. So how about it? One super chat's the other that they have lost in the super chat text.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, go on then. So your money where your mouth is. You think that's a boy?
Yep. Go ahead,
That's
John. Prove it's a boy, please.
I think that's to come at a later
It'll
stage.
take me some time, but I'll get it. Just move on to the next subject. I'll be back with you.
Did you have fun with Rumpus, Adam? You came and said this should be entertaining.
I've never seen a buoy that looked like that on the top of it. I always had like a
just
ball
wait.
on there or
Just
whatever.
wait. Just wait 2 minutes. It's almost there.
Well, if it is a buoy, then it's been incredibly concealed by the horizon.
Adam, you sound all Dutch. What's going on?
I'm just saying. I mean, I've got to be honest with you. It's neither a buoy or a boat, unless, of course, we have density and buoyancy.
Boom, boom.
Okay. In Master B, pull that last photo up. This is from BMLSB 69 himself.
Yeah, that doesn't
Ranty,
mean anything.
give me my damn money.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. I'm sorry. If it's
Wow,
just
there's an arrow pointing at buoy. That
just because he quotes it as a buoy doesn't mean that that's evidence that it's a buoy.
Well, Ranty, maybe you should give your proof and just write boat above it.
Yeah, exactly. You need to prove there should be a buoy there if you can prove it.
If it's a buoy, then it'll still be there. It'll be there all the time.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
what
should be able to see it on Google.
On Google Maps.
Yeah, I'm looking through all his videos and I'm not seeing a buoy in the same spot in all of his videos. So that's kind of an issue for you there, John.
All right, you know where to
It's
find
floating.
my PayPal, John.
Shut up, Arwen! It's floating.
So does a boat.
Jeez, oh man.
I don't know. Does it look like a buoy to me?
Does it look like a boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, it doesn't. I can't get
a
enough
little
detail
miniature
for
boat.
it to-
Huh? You guys have some serious. You should see an ophthalmologist.
Yeah, but we see the horizon back there.
Did you see the size of the boat
Definitely a
when
boy.
it pulled up to the platforms? Go ahead, Chocolate. Talk all over me.
No, that was me this time.
Fucking guys.
Man.
Did you,
I'm
have
only
you
trying to get
seen-
you back, mate.
Oh
John,
my
it's clearly
God.
a boy. Look, it says so on the picture. Somebody's written it.
That's definitive proof then, yeah?
All you need. It's enough for a baller. It's a baller
Yes.
bet.
Yeah, QE, sorry, but the body of analysis here, the multitude have decided it's about.
If anyone has the paid version of Google Earth, then you might be able to get a more recent image from above as to what it actually is.
I don't even know why a buoy would be stationed in such a position. That's not typical for buoys to be deployed at.
Maybe
That's what I
to
was going to
prevent
say,
people
Owen,
from
yeah.
running
Very good.
into the platform.
It's so bad that there is no argument against this argument that we're sitting here taking side bets on what's going on in the picture.
Yeah. Hey up, John.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah, but
Yeah, what would be the logical reason for a buoy being there anyway? I mean, the rigs have lights. No, it's not as if you're not going to see the rig. So,
What on earth are you talking about?
well, it'd have to be a logical reason for a buoy to be there, wouldn't there? If there's a logical reason that a boat might be there.
Yeah,
Why would there be
there
a buoy?
probably would be. Post the syllogism if it's logical. I want to hear it.
Well, I don't know what a syllogism is, so I can't pose
Then
it.
why are you talking about logic then?
Well, I'm just going by what happened. Why would they put a buoy there? There has to be. They'd have to have a reason to do that.
Oh, so you're looking for their intent, huh? Intent to motive fallacy.
Well,
We don't
Yeah.
really care why. We just want to. We care just what is it.
No, we do care why. Because buoys are typically used for
I don't
certain
care what it
things,
is.
and then they're left there for a very long time. That's why you can always find that buoys don't get deployed and then collected again on a regular basis. No, when a buoy's set, it's set until it breaks. So if it's there, it should probably still be there. It should be. We should be able to find that on Google Maps, as said. And yeah, if it's not there, then it's not a buoy.
Whatever it is, why the hell are we seeing it in the first place?
Well,
Because it's not
All right,
concealed behind
Let's take a look
curvature.
at this. Hey Nathan, put this picture up.
In-
This is an actual boat next to the oil platforms.
You mean this is a different boat?
Yeah, but that's a really big boat. I'm
That's
talking
a
about
different boat.
with with the engine where you go around and you just can take a look at the rig from underneath. You know?
Well, that
Do you
That
think
then-
do you think the oil rig's the Empire State Building? Is that what you think?
That's about the same
Damn big.
size. That's about the same size.
Yeah,
as
it's
the
about
boat
the
in
same
image.
size as the buoy, right? That boat right next by that platform, right? That's about
Yeah,
the
that's
same
the-
size as the buoy,
Yeah, I'd say
right?
so.
Is that what your story is?
I'd say so. It's my contention that is about the same size for sure. Yeah, definitely.
What?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Yeah, hang on. Let me get this image. Let me take a screenshot of that before he takes it off. Right, give me 2 minutes. Here we go. I love this stuff.
Yeah, but that boat is much bigger though.
I wouldn't say so.
I would.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah. Now the other one is the one I think it is definitely not Jaws proof.
Well, this proves one thing. In the absence of ballers to the Black Swan, this is what we do with idle time.
Right.
Right.
Well,
Okay. This is like an after show moment.
But it's live.
Yeah, wonderful, eh?
I got another one for you.
Ballers.
Go ahead and pull up
Do you
that
see
buoy.
what we're doing right now? We're waiting on you guys, ballers.
Is that the
This
same
is
one?
nonsense.
I don't know. I like this game. I like identifying things at horizons and figuring out what it is through the miraging and all that. I love it. I liked it 2 years ago. I like it now.
Okay, so, but that boat, if it had a lifeboat, for example, that would be about approximately the same size as the
right
little thing in
Yes.
the in here.
That's a tiny platform. Go back to that image. That's a tiny platform.
Why can't it be?
That isn't the same as. that
Yeah, it's
isn't
a
the same.
totally different scale. This one is a low hanging platform. The other one is like even the standards of it tower above the highest part of the building, not the cranes. But this is a much smaller one. Yes, Ranty's correct.
You're on shrooms.
No, definitely not.
Well, that's definitely in front of the horizon, right?
But are you saying this is that platform?
To me, no.
No,
I'm not-
John.
Hey, there's
That
the
is not-
last photo I got for you. Prosecution rests. Friggin' shroom-induced clowns.
Just look at the thing it's standing on and then compare it to the amount of pillars in the horizon photo. Nothing alike.
This is pathetic. Woeful. Put that last photo up, Nathan, and give me my money, Ranny.
Hang on. I think you'll
You
find
haven't
your
proven, hold on. You haven't proven it's a buoy. It could it's easily the size of a lifeboat. I mean, it could be a dude rowing from one to the other.
Yeah. Well, no, not necessarily to one to the other. That's several miles. But it could just be a guy in a boat checking out. Like, hey, is there damage here? Or is there something wrong? They have to check up on these rigs, you know? The ocean wears
You know,
them out.
sometimes I forget there's 3 miles difference in between these platforms because they look like they're just right there, which is crazy. Because then how? I mean, obviously it's just speculation, but think of how far the horizon is extending past 10 miles. I mean, I'd say that's. Well, I don't even want to guess, but it's just ridiculous.
Certainly doesn't
1.2 miles, guys.
I'm guessing it's 12
Remember,
or more.
Remember, this is a California coastline, so the liberals say you can't fish off the platform. So that's just one of these fishing platforms for the workers on their breaks.
Oh, this is a fishing platform. It's not an oil platform.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to do a quick shout out to Old Man Murray, who says, "Been watching you since 8:50, Nathan. The Earth is obviously and observably flat. Can't deny it anymore." Thank you very much for your super chat, Old Man Murray. Really appreciate your support.
Since 8:50 today.
I think you mean show 8:50.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wow, that's a hell of a turnover.
So when are you going to pay Ranty's $2 then?
Up yours.
And
Where's my
and
$2?
me. And me. I need it. Come on, John.
What?
Just
You think
trying
you
to
should get
provoke
in on
you,
the bet because you're poor?
nonsensical
Oh,
buffoon.
by that standard, I want $2 also.
Yes, well, that's fine. But
Nonsensical buffoonery.
I started
Friggin'
claiming it's a bug.
pathetic.
I was
Oh
first.
God, here goes Arwen. Give us the technical white papers for it, Arwen.
What? For me being the first one to claim that's a boat in opposition to a buoy? Yeah. It's on record. Live.
Yeah. It's a real buoy. Unbelievable.
Hey, Ranty, can you crop that horizon that's beyond both these platforms and bring it closer so we get some ballers on the show?
Yeah, I guess.
Where are you, ballers?
What's it you want me to do? Just go to the furthest platform and just say, hey, there we go.
Yeah, they need another picture to come on their show. This one's too devastating.
How is the 21 people in the Discord when I thought I'd set a limit of 15? It even says 21 of 15. Because that makes a lot of sense.
My bad.
That's called super looming.
Usually when you have two shows, I squeeze a couple extra in between shows. And
okay.
Don't always kick them out after. I can kick some out if you want.
Nah, it's okay. Just means I can't
It's
see everyone
one day
at
a
once,
week.
that's all. It doesn't matter. 8 minutes and we'll go to the after show anyway.
Well, if there are people in Discord and they're ballers, come off mute and please talk about that horizon that's clearly behind both of these platforms.
Only 2 ballers in Discord.
All right. Well, who are they?
Roger MC and Flat Earth Daddy.
All right. Come on, you guys. Let's talk about the horizon being beyond two platforms that shouldn't be. Give us your best shot.
Would it be dangerous to try and assess if they understand the argument like we tried yesterday?
No. Why don't you summarize it and just give them a nice welcome mat, Nathan?
Okay.
Flat Earth Daddy says he has no mic.
That's
Flat Earth what?
Daddy.
Flat Earth Daddy. It says he's got no mic.
Daddy?
So he's joined a live stream on an audio group with no mic. There's a live stream
Well, get on
going
your-
on. Just watch it on YouTube.
Get on your phone. Get Discord on your phone. You have a mic on your phone.
Probably a catfish.
You know what it is? Some people don't want to wait for it to be premiered, so they just come in to just listen.
It's live. We're
Which
live right now.
I kind
We're
of
live.
get, but
But we're live.
I don't know. Talking about baller logic now, I don't know.
Are you going to do that summary, Nathan?
Nah. I think they should, at this point, be able to understand the argument.
We'll pose it as a question, Chocolate. What are we asking them to do?
We're asking why a physical edge capable of measurement that is supposed to be no more than 1.2 miles away on a sphere with a radius of 3,959 miles is further than a platform at 9 miles away, which should be impossible if we're on a sphere with a radius of 3,959 miles.
Well said. All right, ballers. How is this picture possible?
Nathan, let's get to the important stuff. That stuff, they're dead. Let's get to the important stuff. Let's get to Arwen and Rantanie's boat. Post that last picture for me, please. Tell me when it's up.
John is mad petty.
There's your boat, you friggin' boneheads. That's platform habitat. You see that little thing right there? That's your boat.
And is that even
Idiots.
a buoy?
That's a boat.
I don't know what that is.
Did you say that's a boat, John? Thanks.
But it's on the wrong side of the rig. So
No, he said that's your boat.
And to be fair, Arwen is also correct. It is on the wrong side.
It's
Yeah,
a little
'cause now-
different view
now we're
of it.
seeing-
It's coming from the other
All-
side, you
all-
clowns.
all-
There's
all-
from a different angle.
All
This is-
buoys rise from the east and set in the west. Come on.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a boat. not from this angle, anyway.
I mean, buoys don't look like that, John. When was the last time you went to the water's edge?
yeah, but boats do.
It's not a buoy, though. 2 foot by 2 foot buoy, you said.
Oh God!
I don't think it's the same thing.
You guys,
as the picture.
you've been hanging around the ballers too long, man. With your argument.
Well, where is the mountain in the distance? So this picture is taken from the other side, presumably, to where the first photograph was, because we can see it. Yeah, so why is the buoy then next to the one in the back instead of next to the one in the front?
Oh my God!
Ding, 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 ding. Get him, Arwen.
Did you ever see Archie Bunker pantomime suicides?
Yeah, have
That's
you
what
ever
it's like
seen?
listening to you.
Have you? Are you claiming that buoy that you claim it is actually, yeah, like what is it, sinking, displaced downwards to be apparently at the height of the
Oh
other
my God!
rig?
Oh my God! You're going to use a tangibullant of refraction. I'm going to round out the live show.
Ballers save us.
With that, I'll say if you are watching this on the Nathan Oakley live stream, unfortunately, this is where we bid you farewell. If you're watching this on the Nathan Oakley 1980 premiering stream, then stay tuned as there will be an after show to follow. A massive thank you to all of you smashed the super chat, liked, commented, shared, subscribed, and all that good stuff. I've been Nathan Oakley. Stay tuned if you're watching on the premiering stream, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
So is that
And
a
I
boat,
see it-
Gilligan?
I see a tidal bulge between the buoy and the land.
Oh, do you want me to put it back up?
Yeah. Ask
Hey, that's a good one,
Gilligan if that's a
Tan,
boat.
you're right. Yeah, there is probably a tidal bulge there.
Oh my God!
Well, there's a continental shelf. For sure.
I'm with Nathan on. Oh my God!
Why have we segued away from the actual argument about this bloody buoy for a vast majority of a live show? I really don't get it. It's like my frustration when Rumpus is trying to segue away onto something that's like a total aside, and here we are doing it ourselves.
Hey Nathan, last one, man. Last photo. Because it's got both the friggin' buoy and the boat.
Huey's going to lay into Ranthony, but he's doing what he claims they were doing. This is great.
Come on, Arwen and Ranthony, you Gilligans. Look at this photo. So that's a boat right there, a white thing by the boat. You friggin' bozos.
There we
But
go.
I think it's still taken from the other side, though, because I can now still see the mountain.
Because it's taken from the other side. Yeah, that's relevant.
Yeah, it is, because then on the other picture, it would be to the right of it instead of to the left. So
Really? Well, look at
maybe
the
it's a
angle that
life
you're
raft.
taking this photograph at.
a life raft.
It's a life raft. Yeah, it sure is, Gilligan.
I don't know,
Here's my
man.
money,
Maybe
Randy,
it
and
is a
Arwen.
buoy. dude, maybe it is a buoy, but I'd like to see some actual coordinated confirmation.
Right, hang on, wait a minute. Before we do anything, let me just show you what ocean buoys look like. Right.
Ah, technical.
Now then, this is what buoys look like, John. They are very
put it in
tall
Master
and
B.
slender.
I don't know. I do see
Put it in
one that
Master B.
looks kind of like.
Exactly. Because they have to have little towers with reflectors and lights on it in order not to bump.
Not all of them do clown shows around oil rigs. It's probably there for a reason because of friggin' oil, maybe. You clowns.
You mean
Put it in Master. Put it in Master B.
Wouldn't they just put the oil detectors on the rig itself in the ocean? Why would they put a buoy for that?
Right,
Why?
Ranty, scroll back up.
It's definitely
Hang
not a
on.
friggin' boat.
Chocolate. Have they proven that this picture can be taken from this medium yet?
No.
Yeah, there's no flat top buoys.
I don't know. See in the second row on Ranty's picture, fourth in, that kind of looks like it could be that one. I don't
Dude,
know.
has a little tower on top.
Is it the other thing?
Ranty, post your gay buoy inside Master B so I can see it.
You can't see the. Just search ocean buoys on Google. You'll see
Just
millions
post
of
it
them.
in Master B. I posted all the other photos in there. Crushing
It's a
you
Google
friggin'
search,
retard.
John.
Post it in Master B.
Just a Google search. He's not gonna post all the freaking pictures there.
It's
Just
probably
post
a
a damn
buoy
picture of a
with a
stupid
tether
buoy.
line to something.
Meanwhile, Nathan is slashing his wrist somewhere over there.
Go ahead. Lay into Anthony now.
I would actually prefer that, as that hinges around the actual proof based on the geometric physical edge they think they have, and it being in a different position, not capable of being there in physicality. No, nobody cares.
I think
No, we're not taking
sorry,
debate.
Nathan.
The only thing we care about.
The buoy, it's the buoy. £2, Nathan.
Man, buoy took over.
I think
Yeah.
Huey has a point. If you go back to the Allen T vessel photograph, if you look over the bow of the boat underneath the platform, it shows that same buoy.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
We just wanted a segue. Now we're back.
Buoy wars.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
It's just buoy envy.
You know,
If
there are
Anthony-
special boats to deploy buoys, right? Maybe it's a buoy boat.
So now we got buoy boats. Nice.
Yeah. Well, I remember my old plan about ocean environmental help and everything. Well, we'd need a buoy boat for that too.
Okay, guys, listen. Here we go. So
We
I've
can just
managed
call
to
it a
dig up-
buoy. Give me Miss Coriolis.
So I've managed to dig up the PDF going back to 1969 of the design of Platform Hill House. So Platform Hill House, the decks on them are 140 feet by 105 in size, right? So it's 140 by 105. Let's get that image up and see how big this buoy is.
All right. What's the color of the latrines?
Hang on. Let me get this up. So if that's 140 across, how big do you think that buoy must be? That'll be at least, what, 12 feet, I would say? 14 feet? If that's 140 foot across.
Right, I'm going to go and get coffee. Let me know when this shite's ended.
You can't have a buoy that's that that wide, John, and it doesn't stick up either.
Nathan, we're gonna have to resolve this, or we're all gonna get nightmares about it.
Yeah.
I guarantee you I won't.
No, I don't care what it is. The horizon's behind it all.
Exactly. At this stage now, I would be betting more on on QE being right. Sorry. As the same buoy or the same thing floating in the water, if it's not a buoy, is showing up in all photographs, it seems.
Which one? And why was it on the wrong side?
But if you go back to the one Alan T photograph, there's something floating over the bow of the ship, of the boat there was underneath it.
To be honest, since our conversation is not going away, the picture on the left shows a flat surface on that buoy. The picture that QE showed was a cylindrical.
Yep.
Yep. And that looks like it's got two little humps on it, or two. If we go right in, let's have a look. See. It's,
Hey,
well,
I
could
see
it
a
be two people, perhaps?
I see a rat on that spaceship.
What's that there? What's that? What's that? Boobies.
Well, maybe that's two people using their rows or something. I don't know. But it's unlikely they're going to use rows. Probably just use a motor.
Size on this thing.
All right. I just got back. What are the colors of the latrines, Ranty? Gilligan?
Blue.
That's what it is. I knew it.
Come on, ballers, save us.
Right.
Is Anthony still here?
He's here in spirit, as in his icon's here.
Anthony, give me my dang video.
What video?
Nathan, let's get this on the subject we want. This is crazy.
What do you think I've been doing for the last 45 minutes?
I'm trying to help you.
John just needs to concede. He just has to concede.
Yes.
And we can move on.
I don't know why you're doing this.
I'm just trying to. Well, if the platform's 140 feet across, I'm just trying to see how big this boat is.
Well,
all this,
I'm
all this
wondering
shows-
still, like, what is the exact scale? Like, how big is a human on the rig?
Only demonstrates there are no lengths Ranty won't go to get $2.
Hey, listen, I've barely had a super chat in my last 10 shows, so I can. This £2's important.
Agreed. Ranty does deserve a little bit more
You'll
for
find
everything.
you've had several super chats. I know.
So
that
is
for a
this a
fact.
quid? Is this a quid pro quo?
Right, so there's 14 boats on a 140-foot platform. That's 14. Sorry, that's 10 foot. That thing is 10 foot across. There we go.
That's a very big buoy.
That's a very, very, very big buoy.
How do you know it's on the same plane horizontally as that
it's
platform?
Right. It's right next to it's to the side. It's right to the side of it.
Yeah, it can't be too far off in scale.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say I can't see that. That's not what I see. And then tell you that you don't understand how to use eyeballs.
So if that's 10 foot wide, that's quite a big buoy, as Arwin says, and I don't think buoys are that wide.
Yeah, and the bigger ones especially have towers on top of them. So, anyway,
we
well,
win.
I know one.
We win.
I know. There's one word you can't say anymore on this show: kabooey.
Did you say kabooey?
No, it's kablooey, right?
For this context, it's kabooey.
Okay.
That's the purpose of a pun.
Okay. You know?
It's all right, Arwen. It's okay.
No, but it's like also the sayings. I'm Dutch, remember? So sometimes I hear a saying, it's like, hey, this sounds familiar. But
Well, if you're
it's not
Dutch,
like
you
all
can pay
second nature to me, all of it.
If you're Dutch, you can pay half the bet then.
Sorry? Say that again?
I said, if you're Dutch, you can pay half the bet then.
No, that only pertains to going out and having dinner.
No buoys.
Now, doesn't this prove the reason why ballers can't let go? Because they have a price on their education that is a way larger price than $2, and they will
Hey,
go through any great lengths to prove their point.
Well,
hey,
it's not just the
Bendy
price of
stick.
education. How
Hey,
about
hold on a
student
second,
loan?
Arwen.
How about student
Bendy
loan?
stick cabbage. Oh my God, Arwen, shut up for a second. Bendy stick cabbage
Right,
patch.
I'm not talking.
If
I'm
you,
on mute.
oh my God.
Anybody else want to interrupt, John?
No, I'm going on mute.
Okay, me too.
Bendy stick cabbage patch. You're in the voice chat. If you post another photo of anyone I know, like you're fucking 3 years old, I'm gonna boot your ass so far out of this server your mother ain't gonna recognize you. You tracking with me, clown?
There you go, Arwen. Quantum loves you.
There we go. Game over. No buoy next to it.
No.
Platform Hill House. There's the one in the background. There's the Platform Hill House. There's no
That's
buoy
very
in it.
helpful. Thanks. Now I can really see this. Now I can see doors, so I can get the scale of it much better. It's actually bigger than I thought it was.
This picture only proves that at this time there was no buoy or boat.
Did it?
What?
Did
But
it have a day
buoys
off?
don't when they deploy, they deploy. They don't move around a lot. That's the
They
thing
may
about
have
buoys.
brought the boat or buoy at a later date than this picture was taken.
I think I know what it is. I just thought about it. It's actually a life raft. That's what it is. It's actually a life raft that's left there for if people have to jump off of the platform, they can swim to that life raft. There's probably one near the other one as well.
Yeah,
That's a funny
procedure.
That was a funny life raft because it was round, and how you're going to stay on the round surface?
Yeah,
but
and
you open
kind
that
of,
up and it opens
oh,
up
hold
itself.
on, not just that, and kind of far away from the actual rig.
Yeah, but that might be for it's not too far away. It wouldn't be too far away to swim, that kind of way.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of a life raft, isn't it?
Yeah, but they wouldn't want it near in case fire comes down upon it or something like that. They want it in a place where you can get to it and it won't be damaged.
I don't know. I think that in general, life rafts are preferred on the rig so you can get to them and then personally deploy them, not
Yeah,
have
but
them somewhere remote.
I know, I understand that, but like I would, if I was in charge of safety there, I would definitely have at least one life raft anchored to the bottom, out a bit from every platform. I would
Right.
for sure for safety, because there's no guarantee that if like you could be on one side of that platform and there's fire stopping you from getting to the other side where there might be a life raft,
No,
and
I
your
got
only
it.
choice
I
might be to
got it.
jump in the water.
I got it. See that picture right now Ranty's got up on the right side of your screen?
This
Yep.
one? Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think that picture was taken?
From the life raft.
They're on that object taking the picture
Oh, that's that. Oh my God. Are you saying that this picture is the picture that was being taken from the boat while that other picture was taken? Is it that recent?
I'm just having fun. This show is gone. I'm trying to get a baller on here. Going kabooey, kabowie, whatever. Come on, ballers. I thought 99% of the world believed in the baller. We can't even get one of them on the show. What happened?
Well, maybe 99% believe it's a buoy or a boat. Nah. I don't know. I don't know at this point anymore. I don't think it's a buoy, but
Well, I'm going to claim victory.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Rumpus came on and did a pitiful job today. He had the chance to explain his position, and all he did was ad hom and Rumpus Discord.
Yeah, but that's what Rumpus does. So
If it's a life raft, then who actually wins that bet? Sorry.
Come on, man.
Sorry.
Or maybe it could be a submarine, small submarine.
Oh my God!
Check the base.
Well, it needs to be answered because there's going to be a discrepancy there because it's not a buoy at that stage.
This is like one of those.
Boat.
This is like one of those horror movies where you're trying to escape a town, and as soon as you leave the town, you end up back in the town.
Yeah.
It's like you can't escape.
Yeah. We're back at the oil rig again.
Yeah, but
Back
there's
at the
actually not a
oil
water-
rigs.
Okay then. So is that the end of that?
Yeah.
Yes.
QE owes us £2.
Well, there was me thinking that Anthony would get an education in the
Look at him! Look at him trying to stir the pot again. Look at him.
No, get back on the actual. What devastating globe proof? That yesterday I spent the whole day frustrated that globers were trying to segue away from the devastating globe proof, talk about towers, talk about cranes, talk about refraction over and around the horizon that's not where it's supposed to be, but not about the horizon and it not being capable of being where it is. And today, the same thing's happened but with flat earthers. I don't get it. Your fault, QE. I don't know why you're laughing. It's your fault.
I think it's because we're just bored waiting for a response from these guys, and they have none.
Chocolate. Just a game. We're playing while we're waiting for ballers to bring an argument.
Not a game, man. You weren't there.
Game over. Game over, man.
Space is real, man.
Oh
You
God!
heard the man, assholes and elbows.
What was the name of that guy again? Oh yeah,
Stone.
M Stone, right? Jesus. Oh,
Sleeping Warrior said something interesting yesterday.
Oh, thank you
The
for
day
coming
before.
on. Thank you. Go on.
He said that if we lived on a ball, then this view wouldn't be possible. Yeah. But then if you look at the view from this camera from the same point from the day before, then surely that view shouldn't be possible at all on a flat plane, which therefore leads to the conclusion that you can't determine the shape of the Earth from observations over water.
No. That's the white swan argument.
yeah, exactly.
So you're saying because on a different day it's capable of matching geometrically, or as you're now putting it, not capable of being matched geometrically, that means that we can't take pictures over water. But we can, we've got cameras, we just press a button when we're near the water. The fact that your model doesn't work in that scenario is inconsequential to the reality that we absolutely can take pictures of.
No,
And if
I'm not
what you're
saying you
saying
can't
is
take
right,
pictures, but
then
the
you don't
results
have
are
boats going
inconclusive.
over a curve, do you?
Chocolate, you're over talking him, man. Let him respond.
I was just saying that, that you can take as many pictures as you want, but the results are inconclusive.
What, the results of a photograph? The results are what I'm looking at with my eyes. There's no results, it's just a picture. You mean the results of your model failing means that you can declare that observations over water are void? No, that's your model failing, not the picture.
Wait, so what about the picture from the day before then? How do you explain that?
So, no, we're not asking you to explain a picture from the day before. That's the white swan argument. You claim all swans are white, and it's not possible to have a black swan. And all I need to do is present one black swan to debunk that claim. Now, if you've got a physical geometric edge as you're claiming happened the following day, then that physical, geometric, actual sphere edge is incapable of being beyond the things it's supposed to obscure. Now, I've only got to show that once to prove it's not a physical edge.
Or it would be wobbly, rippling Earth.
So the picture from the day before then proves that the Earth can't be flat, so we only need to present that once, and flat Earth is then destroyed.
No,
Yes.
you
No,
crayon
no, not
muncher.
really, Highlander. You're not understanding, Highlander. The problem is the one picture, the one video that we are talking about should be impossible if your math for your ball is correct. Doesn't matter how many other pictures we take that show differently, that actually help your argument. Does not matter. What matters is the math is correct. The video that was taken with the horizon past the platform at 9.41 miles away is impossible.
So
And
if I
you could
take a
technically,
picture,
hold if I may, you
that
could
would
sort
be
of turn it around on a
impossible
flat.
on a flat Earth, does that mean flat Earth is then impossible?
You got to be some type of crayon muncher, bro. If you don't, Chocolate, tell him again.
Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yeah, but Arwen, hold
Yeah,
on.
we hear you.
So,
Chocolate, tell him
Highlander,
again.
are you getting the problem, Highlander? The problem is
Yeah, I
the
understand
day
what you're saying. That's
before,
why I'm
the day
asking. If I
before, the
go
day
upside
after,
down,
every
if
day
I go
after that.
upside down,
Jesus
take
wept. Hold on,
pictures.
Chocolate. Hold on,
Shut up,
Chocolate.
Highlander.
Chocolate. Highlander, clearly, he's going to segue by saying, do you understand the problem? That's rhetorical. It's a lead into him explaining the problem that clearly, he's being polite, you haven't understood. Now he's trying to explain it to you because you're offering us up the same white swan, ignoring the black swan and saying, look, the following day, all the swans around here were white. No, but the previous day, there was a black one, mate. So let's not worry about all the white ones the day before and the day after. If your claim is there's no white swans. Now, if it's a physical edge, analogous to the white swan, it cannot be beyond where it's supposed to be. And it is. So let's not worry about the day before. Let's not worry about the day after. If it's physical and an edge of a sphere, it cannot be beyond where it is.
Unless there's refraction. It's that simple.
We just went over refraction.
No.
First of all, where's my 2?
I gave you the explanation of your 2G.
Right. So what you're saying is that you have one picture that disproves the globe, and because of that, we can ignore every picture that disproves the flat Earth.
Yes, if you've got
That's
a
what you're
million
saying.
pictures of white swans with a claim that there are no black ones, I only need to show you one picture of a black one to prove you're wrong.
Unless it's been CGI'd.
Yeah, Highlander, the problem is, right, that all these pictures that you might take that might help your argument does not negate the existence of the video that destroys your argument. Do you get that? It should never have been able to be taken in the first place. Your horizon should be at 1.2 miles away. We're seeing past 9 miles.
Yeah, we've got a bloodstained corpse lying on the ground, and he's saying, there was no bloodstained corpse yesterday, and tomorrow it'll all be gone and there'll be no bloodstained corpse tomorrow. So generally, there's no bloodstained corpses, so therefore the bloodstained corpse you've got pictures of doesn't exist. Yeah, it does.
That was a good analogy.
Checkmaster B's, Owen.
The other image can be explained on a flat Earth, but this image can't be explained on the globe. That's the problem.
Anthony, you gotta be kidding me, dude.
No, keep it. That was good, Brian. Good job there.
So
Now,
explain
get back
the
up
other
here.
image to me
Excellent,
on a
man.
flat Earth then.
We don't have to explain something we haven't made claims for, dipshit. You explain it.
Well, you're the one that's claiming that the Earth is flat. And
I'm not claiming anything about your photo except that
You
it's a
shouldn't
friggin'
be
white
able to
swan.
see.
Your photo's a white swan. We already explained this to you. If you don't get it, do you understand modus tollens? Let me give it to you. Okay? Modus tollens. If P, then Q, not Q, therefore not P. So, if the Earth is a sphere with a radius of 3959 miles, P, then any horizon distance measurement must be no more than 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet Q. That's your geometric horizon, not Q. The horizon distance is greater than 9.41 miles. Therefore, not P, i.e., the Earth is not a sphere. You're done. It's over. Over.
Pack it up.
Rat.
Finally feel
Highlander.
about that boy. So important now, eh?
Highlander.
Highlander.
I've got the winning image in
Oh,
Master
come
B's.
on.
If this is a bastard boy, I'm going to kick you out, Ranty.
I've got the,
Highlander.
I've got the winning
Ban
image.
him.
Yeah, go ahead, QE.
No, that's me, Highlander 10th. You there?
But Highlander's actually extremely useful now to establish if he does understand the argument, because we're
That's
of
what
the
I'm trying to do.
yeah, that's what I'm leading back into, so he knows what's
Thank
going
you.
on as well as you, 10th man.
Highlander, can you
Yeah,
respond
I
to me so I
understand
know that
what
we're
you're saying. That
okay?
you have one picture, and that immediately negates every picture that's taken that disproves the flat Earth.
Highlander,
Yeah,
can I
yeah,
address that, please?
Yeah, the black swan disproves the white. All swans are white. It's a very simple concept.
Highlander.
Go ahead, 10th.
Can I address? Thank you. Highlander, let me address that question. QE said on the show, if you watch it, the horizon at a 1 foot observer height could not be further than 1.22 miles based on the Earth curve calculator, the radius of the Earth, if it's a sphere of 3959. He's using your math. He's not cheating. He's doing it mathematically. So the horizon cannot be further than 1.22 miles. Now
Sorry,
we have
you missed a
picture.
word. You missed a word. Geometric horizon, aka physical sphere edge. Geometric horizon.
Yes, yes, I apologize. The geometric horizon cannot be more than 1.22 miles out based on spherical numbers at a 1 foot observer height. Now, it could be looking closer, but never can you see it past 1.22. Now, why would it ever look closer? Well, it could be cloudy days. It could be rain or smoke in the atmosphere, so you can't see it. Fog. Okay?
Waves.
So it can be close. Waves.
Could be thousands
poaching.
of variables.
Yes. You can have it 2
But
feet
that
away
won't-
from you. It won't violate it. The point is, it can't be further than 1.22 miles. Now we have a picture, the black swan, that it's over 10 miles easily. That's the point here.
Ranty, can you bring up that
That
picture?
1.22
sorry,
geometric
really sorry, Highlander. I'm not interrupting you.
information
Ranty,
you got, right?
just 1 second,
I've
Highlander.
seen that on.
Just 1 second. I'm sorry. Ranty, is there any chance you can move your picture along to the black swan picture?
Black swan picture. Okay. So you want this one, yeah?
Thank you. Sorry, Highlander. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, the Sleeping Warrior showed that information, right, on the calculator that said the geometric distance should be 1.22 miles. What did it say above that, though? Can you guys remember?
Something about your calculator being broken. Maybe you can remind us.
Are you sure it wasn't the fact that that this calculations don't actually comply with viewing over large bodies of
Yeah, that's
you
what
need
I
to
said.
fix your mic.
That's what I
Your
said.
mic is a train wreck.
That's what I said. Something about your calculation being broken, not working, incapable of accounting for something that can very easily be attained by standing and taking a picture. Your model can't cope with that. That's what it says. So your model's shit.
Wait.
Useless model then, because you can definitely take pictures at water level, can't you? But apparently your reification of a globe model doesn't like that. All right, like my reality cares about what your model can't cope with.
Wait a minute. So when it was cool to be considered to be some type of a globe proof, this calculator was okay to use.
Yeah,
but
the
now
day
all of a
before-
sudden,
That's right. That's right, Chocolate. The day before and the day after, when it looked spherical, the white swan, then it's perfectly acceptable. But when it doesn't work with the model, then they've got a disclaimer that says our calculator doesn't work if you're taking pictures over water. Oh, well, lots of people take pictures over water. Why would it be that something supposed to be representing reality by way of reification doesn't work? I'll tell you why. Because it doesn't work. It's disclaimed in the calculation how crap it is and how broken it is and how it can't cope with reality. Yeah, thanks for that, Highlander. Great point.
World of Business doesn't say that, I don't think.
Oh, so it's only Mick
It's only
West
made up
that's
of-
broken, is it? They're the
poor
same.
Mick West.
They're the same. They're based on the exact same geometry. The mathematics are identical. There's no difference. Walter Bislin's calculator and Mick West's calculator are identical. R being the appropriate letter.
Oh, so since Walter Bislin's calculator doesn't have that disclaimer, we could use Walter Bislin's. Oh, okay. So then Highlander. There you go, buddy. So back to the question at hand.
I've never used either of these calculators, by the way, just letting you know.
Don't need to. My argument doesn't revolve around the calculation. My argument revolves around something that's supposed to be, claimed to be, a physical obstruction. The sphere edge. You know, that thing that you say, why is this blocking that? How much of this in feet and inches is missing when you're looking at angular relationships? Well, that's the sphere edge. Well, in this image, it isn't. And it can't be, because it's way off in the distance. So if you're going to claim, as your calculator does, that things are looming, well, that's an impossibility as soon as you push the horizon beyond the things that it's supposed to be loomed beyond. So it doesn't work with your calculation. This is the demolition of your calculation because it doesn't work. Is it time maybe for a new disclaimer in the calculator? Doesn't work if the horizon happens to not be where we need it to be.
Would that disclaimer also reference all the observations that globers have said over the years that prove curvature? Would that discount all of those observations over water?
Yeah,
shows. Well, I don't know. I've never been on the site to use the calculator. I only seen it on Sleeping
No, but
Warriors
the guy
video.
who made the calculator put the disclaimer in there years after globers were trying to use this calculator to prove their curvature. So you don't think that's a bit of a problem?
Why would I need to use a calculator to tell the
How else do you
Earth is a
how,
sphere?
how else do you get your curvature?
Hold on, ask that again, Highlander.
So why would I need to use a calculator to tell that the Earth is curved?
You wouldn't.
You
you don't.
That it's a globe.
You don't.
You tell us.
That's our argument. Why would you need to cross-reference what you see with your own eyes with an Earth curve calculator? And the answer to that is you don't need to do that.
Exactly. I look and I see, and it's
Excellent.
definitely not flat.
Well, what do you mean it's definitely not flat? Obviously and observably flat, as demonstrated. It's on screen right now. What do you mean it's curving? What curve?
I'm looking out the window, and it's definitely not flat. So you cannot say that it is obviously.
What the hell are you
and
talking about?
observably
Why are you
flat.
now looking out your
It's
window?
not.
Why are you looking out your window when we're specifically discussing an image that you said was a white swan about 4 minutes ago? Now we're on to what's out your window. And what? Sorry, are we not allowed to use this? Are we not allowed to use this? Are we not allowed to use this image because Mick? Sorry, I'm asking you a question.
Yeah.
What you've segued, and now I'm asking you a question. Segued to what's out your window. are we not allowed to use this image to talk to you because Mick West says we can't take pictures over water?
You can use any image you want. It's still not obviously and observably flat.
Right, sorry, you've just looked out your window. So what do you mean I can use any image I like? What, the one out your window that we haven't got on screen and aren't discussing?
But I live on a hill.
I don't care what you do. We're talking about this picture with your geometric edge in a position it is impossible to be. Ergo, it's not a geometric edge. It's the horizon, mate. It's not an edge. It's not the edge of a sphere. It's not something boats go over. It's the horizon, an arbitrary position. It's where the sky appears to meet the ground. It's not your sphere edge. No calculations needed for me to declare that. I can see it on screen. I can't see what's out your window and I don't care where you live.
If the Earth was obviously a sphere,
when
then
the
it
guy took
obviously
damage
would
the day
be.
before. It's obviously and observably not flat. Therefore, it's not flat.
Sorry, that's akin to what the guy yesterday, M. Stone, did when we debunked space. It's obviously and observably flat. It's on screen and debunking the notion at all of any sphericity. But your declaration is merely your religious belief as a rebuttal. What? It doesn't look flat to me. It is. It's on screen. It's flat. Flat as a pancake to the point where you've got Rumpus and others dancing around it, talking about other videos, talking about all the white swans in the world, and are incapable of addressing this horizon, miles off in the distance and definitely not a physical edge. Now, I don't want to hear that you see it curving. This bold bullshit assertion of your belief isn't addressing the rebuttal.
Is he claiming that since he lives on a hill, therefore the Earth isn't flat? Or I don't get what he's getting at.
I don't care. Don't care what his new claim is. Why has someone just done that? So what, I've just taken him away from his segue. Excuse me. So I've just intentionally and deliberately taken him away from his shit segue. Now whoever else on the panel has decided it's their show has brought him back onto his shit segue for clarity. Well, thanks a bunch. No, we're not talking about where he lives on a hill or his false equivalence or his new example that we can't see. When we're talking about something that's supposed to be a geometric physical edge and it is not. That's all I'm interested in. It's a picture.
My point was that Nathan quite often says that the Earth is obviously and observably flat, which that statement, which actually quite a few flat earthers have stated that no one can actually make that statement because it's not observably flat for everyone in every location. Therefore, you cannot make that statement.
Sorry, Neil deGrasse Tyson makes it on TV holding a beach ball whilst talking about how spherical the world is and declares that that stuff is flat from 120,000 feet. When he's talking about a sphere. Now, me as a flat earther, I can't declare when it's on screen that the Earth is obviously and observably flat. Yeah, that's a point agreed on both sides. That's what we observe. Hello? Rebuttal? Rebuttal? So Neil deGrasse Tyson can summarise his ball by declaring how flat it seems to every observer ever, but I can't use that as a flat earther when it's on screen with an actual demonstration of how flat and impossibly not spherical it is.
Do you want to take a time out, Nathan? Maybe have a fag?
That's an ad hominem attack. You haven't addressed my argument. You've said, I declare it's obviously and observably flat, and that's unreasonable. I point out that Neil deGrasse Tyson, upon addressing the fact that you've said that's not true for everyone always, your priest, when talking about a sphere, something that should actually be spherical, says it's never going to appear anything other than flat, even up to 120,000 feet. So even when you're using a sphere analogy by a priest, he still says it appears flat.
He's not my priest. I don't have a religion, Nathan.
Yeah, you do. You have a religion of being on a ball. Heliocentrism is your religion.
That's not my religion.
Can I try for a second?
It's a belief without
Highlander.
evidence. It's a belief without evidence.
Is that not what flat Earth is?
No, it's on screen while I get rumpus by Chocolate, who's also decided it's his time while I'm in the middle of a conversation. No, Chocolate, thank you. It's hard enough as it is. No, I don't have a belief. It's obviously and observably flat. A point conceded on both sides. Even when declarations about how the world is a sphere, your priest, Neil deGrasse Tyson, makes it plain that it will appear flat for everyone from every altitude capable of attaining by anybody ever. So no, it's perfectly reasonable to declare it. Furthermore, something that is absolutely necessitated by a physical sphere would be an edge in the near foreground. Now, all the bullshit in the world about what's happening beyond that and how it's loomed or refracted doesn't change the fact that you're supposed to have a geometric edge. And the picture on screen disproves that. Confirms that the Earth is obviously and observably flat, because this picture would not be possible if we were on a sphere.
So why don't we see that view every day then, Nathan?
Because we've got weather. Sometimes it's not quite so clear. Sometimes the fact that the horizon drops with the conditions getting worse, you'll suddenly reify that position that's moved. Yeah, this physical edge that's not supposed to move and supposed to be capable of geometric measurement. Sometimes it drops because the conditions worsen. But yet you still want to believe that it's a physical edge.
Yeah, but the day before the conditions were better.
Yeah, so when they're better, we see further. Earth obviously and observably flat. You need a physical edge to obscure stuff. And there it is in the picture, way off in the distance, not obscuring the stuff that's supposed to be behind it. It's a physical, geometric impossibility to have this image.
Yeah, but we don't see that every day.
It doesn't matter. We don't see black swans every day, but if I shove a black swan in front of you today, tomorrow you're going to say, oh, well, no, all swans are white, because today there aren't any.
No, I would just say you painted a white swan.
You're a moron. You think I painted the horizon onto this image? Do you think I painted the horizon onto this image?
No. What I'm saying is...
So your analogy's a false one then? You're a dick. You're a moron. You're using fallacious reasoning. It's a false analogy. It's a false equivalence. I haven't painted the horizon onto this picture. It's just not your physical sphere edge. Earth not a sphere.
Sorry.
Yeah, debunked. Earth not a sphere. Can't possibly be. Earth flat. Don't have to like it.
Highlander, he was shouting that every other day it shows what would look like a sphere, except for that day.
What I think he's not really getting is just that even if you have the most beautiful, clear day, right, that picture is still impossible. Your geometric horizon should not be where it is on your model. Yet, there it is for everybody to see. Again, you could say again.
Ergo, it's not a geometric physical edge.
Yeah.
And this is not just a once off. This view will be taken from there many, many times. You know, I think the boss side are trying to turn this into that's a once off. And that once off is enough.
Doesn't matter.
You know, it doesn't matter. You know,
it could be a once off.
Still proves it.
It doesn't matter. Could be a once off. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But so if I go outside now and take a one-time picture which disproves flat Earth,
do you understand white swan argument?
Doesn't.
Please tell us the white swan argument. Do you know what the white swan argument is?
Doesn't understand it.
Right.
We've established that already.
So you have a lot of white swans. So if I show you a black one, is that okay?
The argument is all swans are white. That's your argument. That's the ballers' argument. They've been doing it for 5 years now. They even make fun of Randy saying he proves the spherical Earth with every picture he takes because all of it's white swans. But if we show you one black swans, then all swans are not white.
And with that, I'm going to say another huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of you who did tune in on the Nathan Oakley 1980 premiering stream, for hopefully smashing the super chat, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, and hitting the join button. If you are on an Android or a PC, then smash that join button if you'd like to become a Nathan Oakley 1980 channel member. Once again, another massive, huge, enormous thank you to today's Discord and G Plus panels for making this after show possible. I've been Nathan Oakley. Be sure to check out the Flat Earth Debate Forum at nathanoakley.com, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!